Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This is our last card this week using the Perfectly Pears set with the Painterly Pears DSP. And I've pulled in the mini corrugated cardboard, mini corrugated 3D embossing folder for this one. This one I've got on an old olive card base with a 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 petal pink matte and a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of the designer series paper. This one, again, petal pink. This one I'm doing in the basic beige with an old olive card base. So let's go ahead and start building this card. And I just need to flat mount the DSP onto my mat, and again, super thin borders on this, but the reason I did the border was just so that there's a little bit of a break between the card base and the paper. It just kind of highlights the paper a little bit. It doesn't just kind of run off into the base. So that's why I do that. And let's just put some dimensionals on the back of this piece, and then we can mount it up on the card. This one is super quick. If you've already cut out a bunch of your designer series paper to die cut the shapes out, then this one goes together so quickly. It's basically just designer series paper, a bit of cardstock, and away you go. You can cut the middle out of your mat if you want to save the paper. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, and in this case I haven't. But you absolutely can, because it's going to be covered up. So again, we're going to do that super narrow border all the way around. And I've managed to trap a back in there. Okay, and then this is a 1/4 inch. Actually, it's a little more than a 1/4 inch. It's probably about 3/8 of an inch that I just cut off the edge, and it's 5 1/4. So this is just for interest. You don't have to put this piece on. It's just, it creates a stop for the eye. So it creates that break, and it pulls your eye to that break. Like you can see, you're looking at the card and you see this line. That's the idea, is just to, like I say, create that break. So now I need to cut up some more of these, because we're going to dimensionalize this piece, and I cut this out with the largest of the stitched or stylish shapes squares. So I just need to grab another sheet of dimensionals. There we go. I've got all these dimensional sheets left from paper pumpkin packages. So they're all like funny shapes. They're not the standard shapes. So if you're looking to say, where did you get those little packages? It's like they came from paper pumpkin. And then this is roughly in the middle of the card, but over to the side. So middle up and down, over to the side, just so we've got that stripe that's on there sorted out. Okay, we are going to use the thank you from the stamp set, and we're going to use it in Old Olive. But instead of being thank you all the way across, we're going to stack the thank you. And this one, you don't even need, sorry, I'm getting my hair in the thing, but you don't even need to mask this off. You just ink up the thank, and then you're going to clean it off. Make sure it's really super dry. And I'm just making sure it's dry. And then you're going to ink up the U. And we're going to stamp that down right underneath it. So there we go. We've got thank you stacked instead of in a straight line. And then I'm going to flat mount this onto an Old Olive base. And this is the Stylish Shapes again. It's a set that it's a go-to set for me. So then this gets flat mounted basically into the middle of this piece here. And then we dimensionalize our pears. I'm just looking at this, trying to figure out where I should put the dimensionals down. So I'm going to put 2 down like that. And then we're going to just pop this on here like this. There we go. So it's kind of in line with that line. That's kind of my registration mark for this. And then we are flat mounting the flowers. And I might only use 2 flowers on this. This one, I didn't do anything with the background and I thought it was super plain. So I felt like I needed to do a little bit with it. So these, I'm just going to flat mount down like that. And again, as in the other video where I mentioned, these are just basically designed to kind of create a block between the pears and the background. And I am just going to use the 2 on this one to create that break for the eye so you can actually see the pears. And we are going to use our antique pearls. And I'm going to pop 1 down here like this, and then a little one up. Where should I put this one? I'm trying to decide where to put this one. So everything, I just don't want everything all lined up. So maybe I'll just pop that down like that and just use the 2. You could use them as the center of the flowers if you wanted to, or you could put some out in here. And the reason I haven't blinged this up is, although I want it to be a break for the eye, I don't want it to be a distraction. I just want it to be something that happens in the background. So anyway, this is our last card using the Perfectly Pears bundle. I have had so much fun this week, and I can't wait to use this set again. So you will see this set again later on. But I really hope you've enjoyed the series as well. And let's create together again soon.